Namaskaram friends. So in this video I am going to talk about Outer Space Treaty. What is the significance of Outer Space Treaty and how and why in the recent year this treaty become very significant? Because space exploration is going on a large scale. So if we So space exploration is going on a large scale. Different country invest their resources, their money in space exploration. That's why this treaty become very significant nowadays. Although this treaty is signed 60, 50 years before now, but this is very relevant nowadays because when we talk about space exploration, when we talk about space knowledge, then we send spacecraft, we invest money into it, we send spacecraft to moon, we send spacecraft to other celestial bodies so that we know something about it and use this idea, use this information for the well-being, for the growth of humanity and understanding the planet in a holistic manner. So nowadays people invest, individual, private sector, individual, government invest more money in space sector because people want to know what is happening outside the in the space outside our planet Earth, and with the help of space technology we better understand our planet in terms of its mapping, in terms of agriculture, in terms of climate change, in terms of cyclone, in terms of you can say uh, thunderstorm. So all these activity are when we deploy our spacecraft into the space. So by with the help of satellite images, we know much about these activity, and it is very helpful for the well-being of the human and understanding the nature in its true form. So that's why people invest more in space. So in this video I'm going to talk about open space treaty. What is the rule and mechanism which govern the space sector, and which type of rule are followed when you go to into space for exploration purpose, for travel purpose and for business purpose. Okay, so what is open space treaty? The I'm sorry, Outer Space Treaty. So Outer Space Treaty formally the treaty on principle governing the activities of states in the exploration and use of outer space. So Outer Space Treaty is basically a treaty on principle governing the activity of a state. It is a type of principle which govern the activity of a state in the exploration and use of outer space. If any country want to explore the space and use its resources, so that outer space treaty play a very significant role because it is a treaty on principle governing the activity of state. That means which types of principle you have to follow in the space, including the moon and other celestial bodies. Other celestial bodies, you can say other planets, outer planets, exoplanets, all those kind of things. Okay, is a multilateral treaty that forms the basis of international space law. Okay, so outer space treaty is a multilateral treaty that forms the basis of international space law, negotiated and drafted on the auspices of United Nations. So it is negotiated and drafted under the auspice of United Nations. Okay. Next one is Outer Space Treaty entered into force in October 1967 and today 2022. So almost I think 55 years, right? The Outer Space Treaty provides the basic framework. It provides the basic framework on international space law, including the following principle. So it provides the basic principle of international space law. What is the law which governs the international space arena? First one is exploration and use of outer space shall be carried out. Exploration as well as use of the outer space shall be carried out for the benefit and the interest of all countries, not for a particular group of country or for a particular region. It is exploration and use is carried out for the benefit and interest of all countries and shall be province of all kind. It is not a province of a particular group of people, particular kind of mankind. No, it is a province of all mankind and its exploration and use carried out for the benefit and interest of all countries. So remember, all mankind, all countries. Outer space shall be free for exploration. Anyone can go and explore outer space and used by all states, and all states can use it. That means there is no right of sovereignty of any country on it or of an individual of any company, free for exploration and used by all states. outer space treaty is not subject to national appropriation by claim of sovereignty. Okay, it is not a subject to national appropriation by claim of sovereignty by means of maybe its use or occupation or by any other means, either for its use or either for occupation or either for its other means. Outer space treaty is free for exploration for all mankind, for all states, and it is used and explored for the benefit of all the country. Okay, states shall not place nuclear weapon. Very important. States shall not place nuclear weapon or other weapon of mass destruction in orbit or on celestial bodies. Celestial bodies, let's say other planets, or station them in outer space in any other manner. That means states are not have not you guys will not give the leverage or privilege to put weapon of mass destruction or nuclear weapon in the orbit or other celestial body or in the outer space station by any other means. Okay, so this is a very significant law in outer space treaty. So I hope you understand what outer space treaty is. So basically, if I summarize the whole theory, so in this picture you can clearly see USSR, United Kingdom, USA, leaders of this country signing the Outer Space Treaty in 1967. So Outer Space Treaty basically governed the internet. It defined the international space law. It says that it is used by all the country and and for all mankind and used by all mankind. It is explored and used for the benefit of all the country not put nuclear weapon or weapon of mass destruction, nuclear weapon or weapon of mass destruction into the orbit or on other celestial bodies on out or on outer space by any other means. Okay, this treaty is formed under the auspices of United Nations and it is framed in 1967. Okay, and it is basically govern the international space law. If any country try to send their spacecraft, their satellite in the space, then principal guiding international space law is written into Outer Space Treaty. Okay, so I hope you understand what Outer Space Treaty is, when it is signed, what are its principles, and for which purpose we can use it. Okay, it's very important thing. It is used, explored for all the country and for all the mankind. No one can put nuclear weapon or weapon of mass destruction into the orbit or to other celestial body, and it is not appropriation or sovereignty of any other country. It is free for use. Okay, so I hope you understand it, you enjoy it, and gain some perspective or knowledge out of it. Now we are going to solve one question on it. Consider the following statement regarding Outer Space Treaty. So Outer Space Treaty is a multilateral treaty drafted outside the auspices of United Nations and form the basis of international law. Drafted under the auspices. Outside, no. This one is wrong. According to the treaty, outer space shall free for exploration and use by all states. Yes, this one is correct. States shall not place nuclear weapon or other weapon of mass destruction in outer space. Here, this one is also correct. That means option 2 and 3 is correct. So option C is correct. Just check we are on the right path or not. So we are on the right path. So I hope you understand the importance of outer space treaty, its significance nowadays, and how countries who are trying to explore other celestial bodies, other information in space follow this treaty, and it is not for the sovereignty either of the means of use or exploration by any country or by any individuals. So I hope you understand it, you enjoy it, and gain some perspective out of it. So, namaskaram. Thank you.